Yo, what is going on, boys? Zoran Trades back with another banger. And today, something a bit different. I put together a little presentation for you guys. I'm going to be going over the best prop firms that you guys can use in South Africa at the moment and why I use them. So, again, the best prop firms that you guys actually have access to. You don't have to filter it out and check the list of, yeah, is this available? No, all the prop firms I'm going to list in this video are available in South Africa. And on top of that, this is what I use each of them for, because each prop firm has different rules. So when you're trying to do certain things, you need to use different prop firms. It's not just about the cheapest one, right? You can't use one prop firm for everything. So without further ado, first one, we've got Traderfy. So Traderfy is a little bit more on the expensive side. Their accounts start at, I don't know why I wrote 99. Their accounts start at $89 and they go up to 200. On the funded stage, I'm on the evaluation stage, you have a 40% consistency rule, meaning your biggest trading day can't be bigger than 40% of your entire profits, right? So if your profit target is $3,000, your biggest trading day has to be under 40% of $3,000. And Traderfy offers two payout plans. They either offer you a payout every 5 days, or they offer you daily payouts, right? And this is a very good long-term option if you're looking to build allocation with a few accounts and trying to take multiple payouts across them. What you could do is get 5 daily Traderfy accounts, pass them, build your buffer, and then every single trade that you take where your balance exceeds your buffer, you're allowed to request that as a payout. So if you have 5 accounts and you risk 300 per account across 5 accounts, that's 1.5k per trade requested to the bank. But the downside of this is obviously that it's a little bit more expensive as a prop firm. Please, may my fucking headphones not be connected. Sorry. It's a little bit more expensive as a prop firm and as a challenge, which obviously can be bad in the long term. And yeah, that's about it. The negative is that it's quite expensive, but the positive is the fact that you are able to take daily payouts once you build your buffer. Traderfy also doesn't really come with huge specials ever, so that's also a downside, and I do not have a code with them. But if you're looking to trade a big stack of accounts, like 5 or 6 accounts, and build buffers on them and continuously take payouts, this is definitely one of your best bets, if not your best bet to do it, especially if you have a little bit of money to spend. Next up, we have Top 1 Futures. So in my opinion, this is the account that you guys should be going for, full stop, period, right? Because it's the cheapest account and it also has pretty much the best rules, right? It's basically a mix of Goat Futures and Traderfy. Goat Futures prices and Traderfy's rules. So Top 1 Futures allows 2 accounts. There's the Elite account and the Elite Daily account. And on the Elite account, you can take a payout every 5 days. And on the Elite Daily account, you can take a payout every single day once you build your buffer. The Elite Daily account is $87 and the normal Elite account is $42. So this is the cheapest prop firm that we have access to, full stop, right? So that is always a good thing to know, right? It's good to know a shop where you can get the shoes for the cheapest, groceries for the cheapest. This is the prop firm where you can get accounts for the cheapest. So if you really don't have a lot of money, it's better for you to get 2 of these accounts than 1 more expensive account. So if you don't have a lot of money, this is definitely your best bet. And if you're trying to build allocation with maybe 5 accounts and you're looking for the Traderfy Select daily accounts, but you just don't have $111 to spend per account, this is your better option because it's $87 for pretty much the exact same account, right? So that is beautiful, and we love to see the cheap accounts because that allows us to get multiple accounts. They also have no consistency rule after you pass, I'm pretty sure. So it's only once you're actually on evaluation that there's a consistency rule. And on top of that, no activation fee. So on God, Top 1 Futures out of all the firms in this list is genuinely probably your best bet for anything except news trading, or if you're a full-on beginner, right? Next up, we have Goat Futures. So Goat Futures, best thing that you guys can use Goat Futures for is news trading, right? They're one of the only firms in South Africa that allows us to buy an account and pass it in one trade. They have this plan specifically for that, and it starts at, I think, $68, I believe. But when CPI comes around, Goat Futures is going to be the account that you guys are going to want to use to full port your accounts, because no other accounts let us pass in one day. And then that obviously minimizes time that you're wasting on evals, and allows you to actually make money that's being accounted for. On Gold Futures, the evaluation consistency rule is 50%, and once you're funded, it is 30%, which isn't great. However, the fact that you're able to pass in one day and take advantage of a Big Daddy Drake's CPI candle is the benefit of this firm primarily, and is what you guys should be using it for. So if you guys are looking to full port on news, don't fund a live account, and don't trade a firm that doesn't allow news. Buy a Gold Futures account and do the straddle strategy, where you guys put a limit order 15 points above on either side and let it push through and take your take profits out. Next up, we have Go Trader. Code 30%, code Zoran for 30% off. The accounts here start, I don't know why I wrote the price wrong again. The accounts start at, I believe, $41. And a good thing to note is that this doesn't have a consistency rule. So you need a minimum of 3 trading days to pass. And after you pass phase 1 and 2, there is no consistency rule. You can request a payout every 5 days. So this, for beginner traders, is probably your best option. On top of that, in futures, if you are up on an account, right? Let's just say you have a 50K account and you make $1,000. Your drawdown remains at $2,000. It doesn't become $3,000. You can't lose your $1,000 and then your other $2,000, right? But on CFD accounts, on Go Trader, you can. So if you're a beginner trader, this gives you so much more room to breathe with. Because if you get profit, if you go into profit, you then have so much, you can eat into your profits and your initial drawdown. So it just ultimately is going to result in you blowing less accounts, because it's not going to have that time where you would have, if you had a little bit more drawdown, would have come back to break even. So you're going to be blowing less accounts, and it's also just going to be a little bit lighter on your mental. Obviously, the downside to this is the lack of scaling able with this account, because Gold traders and CFD accounts in general are quite expensive. Like, for a 50K CFD account, you're going to pay maybe 5 times more than a futures account, right? But that also comes with its own benefits. So if you're a trader who's just starting out and you really need room to breathe with, ideally, and you can't just be blowing accounts the whole time, this is definitely your best option, because, again, you're going to be able to make profits and then lose those profits and your initial drawdown, rather than it being a static 2K. So yeah, this is static drawdown, and again, once you pass, no consistency, which just makes the whole experience so much better for you guys, because you don't have to close your trades early and hold them longer so it matches your consistency. If you like the amount, you can take it. And next up, and I think last on this list, we've got Top Step. So Top Step has fallen off so hard, boys. So they're starting at 87, at I think $87 for the no activation fee accounts, and for the activation fee accounts, and $100 and something for the no activation fee accounts, right? Top Step, their best feature is gonna have to be their platform, because Top Step X is just a really good, nice platform to use. But aside from that, Top Step really isn't a great firm. Top Step has 50% consistency rule. Your payout comes every 5 days, and when you request a payout, let's just say you have a $2,000 balance, you're only able to request 50% of that $2,000, and the other $1,000 is going to act as a buffer for you. So you can look at this in either way, because on a normal futures account, you need to build a buffer before you can start requesting consistent payouts. I know on some accounts you're able to request 1 or 2 or 1, and then it blows your account. But generally speaking, on futures accounts, to not blow after taking a payout, you need to build a buffer. Otherwise, when you take your payout, your max loss limit gets reset to 50K, and anything, if you just lose $1 or whatever, you need to be back at 50K, you're going to blow your account. But on Top Step, it's different. On Top Step, you could have 5 winning days in a row and request that payout. So Top Step does have quick payouts, and they do have the best platform, but they do have an activation fee, and they only let you request 50% of your balance. So ideally, the only feature that you could want to use Top Step for would be either if you really are trying to, pass an account in 2 days, make $5,000 on the 3rd day, and then just have small winning days and slowly take that balance out. That could be what you could use Top Step for, and then along with that, obviously the platform. And now I'm just going to summarize that again for you guys and just remind you guys what prop firms to use for what. So cheapest accounts in the game, if you are looking to buy cheap accounts, full stop period, top 1 futures, right? Same thing if you're trying to buy cheap daily accounts, top 1 futures. If you're trying to rinse CPI or trade news, straddle the news, and Big Daddy Drake Powell's speech, gold futures, because it's the only firm right now that allows us to pass in 1 day. If you're a beginner trader and you need room to breathe, right? You know that you could go on a losing streak. You don't have your edge yet. You don't have your statistics yet. And you're not fully confident in that. And you're just trying to basically get as much trading experience for as cheap as possible. Gold funded trader is going to be your way. And if you're wanting to start requesting payouts quickly, like you don't want to pass, then build a buffer, and you just want to pass, take payouts, bang, and not lose your account instantly, Top Step is going to be your prop firm of choice there. And for long-term consistent payouts, if you're trying to build a system, right? You've got money, you're trying to get allocation so you can consistently rinse this allocation, Traderify is going to be your way to do it because of their select daily plan, which is just so good. It has zero consistency. So any amount that you request, that you are above your buffer, you can just request it straight to your bank account, get it processed same day. So ideally, that's the situation I'm also trying to get in at the moment, to have 5 or 10 copy traded Traderify accounts and risk about 300 per account on that, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Those are the prop firms that we have access to in South Africa and the main reason why you should use each of them and what they're all good for. I hope this is helpful. Again, Gold Funded Trader and Top 1 Futures, I have a code with both of them, 60% off at Top 1 Futures, which is the best discount that we currently have access to. And Gold Funded Trader, 30% off. I appreciate every single one of you guys who uses my codes. And I really hope you guys found a lot of value in this video, and I hope you guys found it helpful. I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to see you boys in the next one.